Day 3 at the Australian Open brings champions back into the spotlight. Jannik Sinner and Madison Keys both return to the court, building on their momentum as last year's title winners in Melbourne. Big names, high expectations, and another full day of drama at the season's first major. Let's get into it. We begin our coverage with a match on Margaret Arena at the 2026 Australian Open, where 24-year-old world number 72 Raphael Collignon steps onto the court to face Lorenzo Musetti. Following him onto the court is 23-year-old world number 5 Lorenzo Musetti, who will look to justify his status as the favorite in their first head-to-head meeting. Early in the first, Collignon trails 1 game to love. He moves forward and finishes the point with a forehand winner. Continuing in the first set, level at 2 games apiece, Musetti serves and finishes the point with a backhand passing winner after Collignon had come to the net but couldn't handle the shot. The Belgian takes the opening set 6-4. Now, in the second set tiebreak, Musetti serves and, after a long rally, finishes the point with a clean winner. Midway through the second set tiebreak, Lorenzo Musetti moves forward and finishes at the net with a volley winner to take a 5-3 lead. On set point, the Belgian commits the error, and after a hard-fought battle, Musetti takes the set 7-6, winning the tiebreak 7-3 after 70 minutes. The third set opens with Collignon serving on game point. After a brief exchange, he moves forward to the net, but Musetti threads a passing shot to win the point. In the third set, with the score locked at 2-all, Collignon serves and moves to the net with Musetti. After a tight exchange up close, Collignon finishes with a volley winner to take the point. Musetti takes the third set 7-5. Early in the fourth, with Collignon down 3-2, he retires from the match. After 3 hours and 4 minutes, Lorenzo Musetti moves into the second round to face Lorenzo Sonego. The statistics underline how tight the match was, with both players finishing with 41 winners apiece. We now move to Rod Laver Arena at the 2026 Australian Open, where 25-year-old world number 92 Oliynykova steps onto the court to face Madison Keys. Following her onto the court is 30-year-old world number 9 Madison Keys, who will look to justify her status as the favorite in their first head-to-head meeting. Early in the opening set, Keys drops serve as Oliynykova threads a forehand passing shot to secure the break. Midway through the first set, with Oliynykova leading 4-1, she lifts a well-judged lob over Keys at the net to take the point. The opening set moves into the tiebreak, where after a brief exchange, Keys unleashes a forehand ground stroke winner, her 14th of the set so far, but she still trails 4-1. Continuing the first set tiebreak, Keys fends off set point with a ground stroke winner, bringing her total to 19 winners in the set. Moments later, the American produces another ground stroke that saves set point. After 72 minutes, Keys closes out the first set 7-6, winning the tiebreak 8-6. Moving into the second set, Keys strikes early by securing the break, then holds serve to move ahead 2-0. In the early games of the second set, with Oliynykova down 2-0, Keys stays aggressive, moves forward, and finishes at the net to secure another break. On match point, Oliynykova serves, but Madison forces the error to close out the match. Keys wins 7-6, 6-1 in 1 hour and 39 minutes and advances to the second round of the women's singles, where she will face Ashlyn Kruger. Keys finished the match with 26 winners, winning 72% of points on her first serve and converting 6 breaks from 9 opportunities. Let's hear now from the winner, Madison Keys.
I have been thinking of that moment for basically a year. It was incredible to walk out for the first time since walking off of the court a year ago. So happy to be back in Melbourne. Obviously very nervous at the start, but just so happy to be back. And I love playing here, and I was talking to Lindsay Davenport yesterday, and she reminded me that not many people get to be a defending champion at a Grand Slam. So just trying to embrace it and enjoy it. And as nervous as I was at the start, I'm really glad to be back and that I got through that match.
We're still on Rod Laver Arena, where Ben Shelton, 23 years old and ranked 7th in the world, steps out for his first round match. Ugo Humbert, 27 and ranked 33, meeting Shelton for the first time as this opening round contest gets underway. We kick off with Humbert serving under set point pressure, ripping a forehand ground stroke winner to save it. In the next game, Ben earns 3 consecutive set points, stays on the front foot, and finishes the rally with a clean ground stroke winner. The set lasts 40 minutes and ends 6-3 in favor of Shelton. We're in the second set tiebreak, where Humbert stays composed under pressure and saves a set point by forcing an error from Shelton, keeping the contest alive and the pressure firmly on. After 57 minutes, Shelton closed out the second set when Ugo committed an error, taking the tiebreak 7-2. Moving into the third set tiebreak, the Frenchman unleashes a ground stroke for his 8th winner of the set, grabbing the advantage in the breaker. In the next point of the third set tiebreak, Shelton charges the net and finishes the rally with an overhead smash, bringing the score level. On match point in the third set tiebreak, Humbert digs in and forces an error from Shelton, saving the match point and extending the contest. The decisive third set lasts 60 minutes, bringing the match to 2 hours and 37 minutes. The final score is 6-3, 7-6, 7-6, and at the Australian Open 2026, Ben Shelton advances to the men's singles second round to face Dane Sweeney. Ben Shelton finishes the match with 43 winners, winning 78% of points on his first serve. Young American shared his thoughts on the match with us.
Yeah, I thought I stayed really calm today. Obviously, I knew coming in on a court like this, anywhere, playing Ugo first round is a tough draw. But for me, it was just focusing on the things I've been doing, focusing on the areas that I've been trying to improve, and just try to get better as the match went on. I felt like I found some of my better tennis later in the match, and that's all you can hope for. So I'm looking forward to trying to continue this form and make it better and better throughout the tournament. But thanks everybody for coming out.
We move to Margaret Court Arena, where Kaja Juvan, 25 years old and ranked 100, steps out for her first round match at the Australian Open 2026. Elena Rybakina, 26 years old and ranked number 5 in the world, takes her place across the net as the two prepare to meet for the second time, with the Kazakhstani holding a 1-0 lead in their head-to-head. In the opening set, with the score level at 15, all on Juvan's serve, Rybakina moves forward, but the Slovenian threads a backhand passing shot winner to take the points. Elena Rybakina closes the final point after a long exchange, stepping forward to finish cleanly at the net with a backhand winner. She takes the opening set 6-4 in 33 minutes. Early in the second set, with Kaja serving, trailing 0-1 in games, she closes out the point with a clean ground stroke winner. A few points later, in the same game, Juvan leading 40-30 and seals the game with a volley winner. Continuing the second set, Rybakina is serving, with the set locked at 1-1 in games, approaches the net, and finishes the point with a drive volley winner. With the Slovenian serving in the second set and trailing 1-2 in games, Elena Rybakina converts a break point. Moments later, the Kazakhstani serves, leading 40-30 and up 3-1 in games, moves forward and seals the game point with a well-placed volley winner. Elena Rybakina seals the final point with a clean ace, completing a 6-4, 6-3 victory in 1 hour and 12 minutes. With the win, she advances to the second round of the Australian Open, where she will face Varvara Gracheva. Rybakina fires 5 aces, wins 83% of points on her first serve, and finishes with 7 more winners than her opponent. Let's hear from the winner after an excellent performance in the first round.
Thank you. Yeah, it was not an easy match, and first set I was struggling a lot on the return, and I'm happy with the serve. It really worked today, and yeah, Cain, she's a good player, and hopefully we'll play many more times.
As one of the top seed players, the attention is on your shoulders. We always talk about the first round nerves. What do? Do you have some kind of a routine to kind of get yourself in a bubble so that you can come out and play this way?
Well, definitely I try to focus on my game, especially when I have a good serve, then it's a little bit easier to adjust. The return was not going well, but then it was a matter of time. I was each game close. Some mistakes here and there, but yeah, as we said, it's first match, and hopefully I'm just going to play better and better.
We are now on Cain Arena, where Valentin Royer, 24 years old and ranked 58, steps out for his first round match at the Australian Open 2026. Taylor Fritz, 28 years old, ranked number 9 in the world, takes his place across the net as the pair prepares to face each other for the first time ever. The opening set goes 7-6 to the American. In the second set, with Royer serving and trailing by 1 game, Taylor Fritz ends the rally with a forehand ground stroke winner. Continuing in the second set, the Frenchman serves up 30-15, yet still down a game at 3-4 as Fritz approaches the net. The rally finishes with Royer producing a backhand passing winner, leaving Taylor flat-footed. Valentin Royer seals the set by serving and drawing an error from Fritz to end the exchange. He takes the set 7-5, with the set lasting 55 minutes. In the third set, as Royer serves up 15-love but trailing a game, Taylor Fritz ends the point with a ground stroke winner.
That's well done.
Fritz ends the set with a clean ace, taking it 6-1 in 34 minutes as his 16 winners outweigh Valentin's 8. In the fourth set, with Royer serving at deuce and down 0-2, Taylor Fritz threads a passing winner to take the point. Still in the fourth set, the Frenchman serves up 40-love, yet behind 1-3 in games, and ends the game point with a deft drop shot winner. Fritz closes the match as Royer misses with an unforced error on serve. He records a 7-6, 5-7, 6-1, 6-3 win in 3 hours and 2 minutes and advances to the second round of the Australian Open, where he will face Kopriva. There was a high number of winners overall, with 65 from the American compared to 40 from Royer. Let's hear from the American, Taylor Fritz, after a fantastic performance.
Yeah, it was a good match. I mean, the first 2 sets were a battle. It was physical. It was like 2 hours just after the first 2. So I'm really happy with how I rebounded after the second set. I thought I played really just good tennis in the third and the fourth. I felt very calm and confident those 2 sets.
Steps onto Rod Laver Arena. French left-hander, 25-year-old Hugo Gaston, currently ranked 93 in the world. On the other side of the net stands his opponent, 24-year-old Jannik Sinner, who occupies the second position in the ATP rankings. Their current head-to-head record stands at 2-0 in favor of the Italian. Sinner starts the match by serving in the first game of the opening set. Gaston finishes the exchange with a forehand drop winner. Later in the same set, Hugo, trailing a game to 2, serves, charges the net, and seals the point with a volley that his opponent cannot reach. Facing breakpoint at 30-40 and down 2-3, the Frenchman serves, comes forward, and puts away a volley winner. With Gaston serving, Sinner converts the breakpoint with a backhand passing shot to take the lead. The first set lasts 36 minutes and ends as Jannik Sinner breaks serve with a passing shot to claim it 6-2. In the second set, Gaston, up 15-love in the first game but trailing 1-0, serves, and Sinner charges the net to hit a volley that brings the game to 15-all. Later in the same game, French, trailing 15-30 in the game and 0-1 in the set, serves, and Italian concludes the rally with a ground stroke winner. Continuing the second set, Sinner, ahead 2-love and locked at 15-all in this game, serves. Gaston approaches the net and lands an overhead winner to take the point. In the final game of the second set, Jannik Sinner serves and closes it after a forced error from Gaston. He wins in 1 hour and 9 minutes by walkover. 6-2, 6-1, extends the head-to-head to 3-0 and advances to the men's singles second round to face James Duckworth.
Against the two-time defending champion. Oh, no.
Jannik Sinner wins 86% of points on his first serve and finishes the match with 19 winners. Let's hear from the winner and get his thoughts on those 2 sets he just played.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that he was not serving with a very high pace, especially in the second set. But you know, it's not the way you want to win the match. But he's such a talented player. You know, he has incredible touch, moving very well. So I knew starting from the beginning that I had to play a very high-level tennis, trying to be as aggressive as possible, which I've done. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be back here. It's a very special place for me. Thanks for coming. The atmosphere is always it's amazing.
In the final match of the day on Rod Laver Arena at the Australian Open, Antonia Ruzic, 23 years old and ranked 65, steps onto the court for her first-round clash. Naomi Osaka, 28 years old, ranked number 17 in the world, takes her place across the net as the pair prepares to face each other for the first time ever. During the opening set, Ruzic trailing 2-3 in games and locked at 15 all on her serve. Osaka counters with a backhand ground stroke winner. Naomi Osaka closes the first set as Antonia Ruzic sends an unforced error long. She takes the opening set 6-3, with the set lasting 44 minutes. That control is reflected in breakpoint efficiency as the Japanese converts 2 breakpoints while the Croatian manages only 1. Moving into the second set, Ruzic leading 5-3 in games, but facing a 30-40 deficit on her serve, fends off a break point with a backhand ground stroke winner, ultimately saving 2 break points in the set. Still in the same set, Antonia serving for the set at 5-3 and holding an advantage, but Naomi responds with a ground stroke winner. Ruzic closes the final point as Osaka sends a forced error wide under pressure on set point. She takes the set 6-3, with the second set lasting 48 minutes. Moving into the third set, Antonia takes the serve while trailing 0-1 in games, but Naomi finishes the point with a ground stroke winner. Later in the deciding set, Ruzic serves, leading 40-30 on her serve, but down 2-3 in games, and executes a drop shot that ends the rally and earns her the game point. Osaka closes the final point by stepping in on the return and finishing the rally with a clean backhand ground stroke winner. She completes a 6-3, 3-6, 6-4 victory in a match lasting 2 hours and 24 minutes.